In recent times, we have seen how the world has been left stunned by the rapid development of AI and robotics. With every week that goes by, it is almost as if something that was fresh today can be old news by dinner time. With that in mind, it must be said that the brand new humanoid robot known as Figure 2 must be something special because it seems to be causing a storm worldwide. Backed by huge names in tech such as OpenAI and NVIDIA, Microsoft, and even Amazon's Jeff Bezos, the sky seems to be the limit when it comes to this brand new humanoid robot we all know as Figure 2. Let's see if it's truly worth all this noise. Well, the guys at Figure, the company behind this humanoid robot, would think it is worth all the noise. That's why they saw it fit to drop this fascinating teaser video of their latest model. One of the first things that you might notice after watching that teaser may be the limbs and the futuristic flexible designs that may be found on this humanoid robot. Apart from being part of the beautiful facade and body of the robot, it is believed that these features help with the torque rating of the robot. This is said to be able to go up to rates of 150 Newton meters. This just shows how much force that these robots can exert as they carry on with their tasks. Aside from being able to generate such a level of energy when carrying out its tasks, people would also have to consider its ROM, or range of motion if you will. Supposedly, this range of motion goes up to a rate of about 95 degrees, which is said to be a bit of an impressive rate to those in the world of robotics. Just ask Brett Adcock, the founder of Figure. He is also said to be the brains of Archer Activation on Twitter. With such a title, you can tell that he is well-versed with wild tech startups. As such, we may want to take him a bit seriously after seeing that tweet where he claimed that Figure 2 is the most advanced humanoid robot on the planet. As bold as this claim may be, it is difficult to dismiss Adcock, especially when you consider the backing that he has. This takes us back to 2022 when the company was initially established. Since then, they have been making waves in the world of AI and robotics, especially when they came out to surprise the world with their first model, Figure 1. Just look at this guy. Apparently, it was built with the sole purpose of tackling global labor shortages. That way, they could be able to tackle jobs that have been deemed to be too unsafe for humans to participate in. Heck, it is even believed that they could take control of some of the more boring jobs like the one that involves working in warehouses, factories, or retail. Incredibly, it is believed that they guys at Figure were able to build their first full-scale humanoid robot in just 6 months. Now that is insane if you ask us over here on this channel, and we would not be crazy to believe that this is not the general consensus. Perhaps they were able to pull this off, thanks to their team of 40 experts. We're talking about the likes of their CTO Dr. Jerry Pratt, one of the more significant figures in the robotics world. Thanks to people like him on board, they may be able to achieve that goal of creating robots that boost productivity, thereby making workplaces safer. They are so dedicated to making such spaces safer that they have undertaken to never weaponize these robots. Well, hopefully such altruistic motivations would help Figure's recent partnership with BMW become a fruitful one in the future to come. All things being equal, such features would only serve to help highlight some of Figure 1's impressive integration with OpenAI's GPT-4V model. For those who may not be in the know, this is said to be the top-of-the-range AI tech model in the world right now. With that in mind, there are few who doubt that Figure 2 is set to leave the world in shock as to what it may be able to do. Already, it is said to be living up to expectations with the brand new AI models that it will make use of following its release in August 2024. With that being said, Figure is not the only company that is involved in the race to bring AI-powered humanoid robots into every facet of society. Some believe that this introduction of robots into our homes and workplaces, among other places, is only a matter of time, with people like Elon Musk claiming that there's going to be a market for over 10 billion humanoid robots in the near future. Eager to tap into this market, Tesla has eagerly released its own humanoid robot, Tesla's Optimus. Looking at it, you can immediately see how this would be a direct competitor to anything that the likes of Figure may release in the near future. As if that isn't impressive enough, we have NVIDIA, who are impressing those watching with their Project Groot that makes use of Apple Vision Pro headsets that could be used to help train AI robots through teleoperators. Let's also not forget the guys at Boston Dynamics. They are also hard at work for a while now, and that is why they have been able to work on their own humanoid robot. They did this by upgrading their Atlas model with electric motors in a bid to make these robots cheaper and more reliable to those that may be making use of them when they are released to the public. As impressive as such a model might be, it may not be able to hold a candle up to what those guys at Oxford Dynamics came up with. Considered to be a startup in nature, these guys were able to make the most out of this robot that they are developing. Known as Strider, this robot was specifically built so that it could survive trips to some of the most dangerous environments in the world and maybe even beyond that. We're talking about places where chemical, biological, or nuclear threats may be present. For those thinking that this is just a fancy robotic hazmat suit, they would be wrong because Oxford Dynamics are hoping to make use of the £1 million contract with the MOD, i.e. the Ministry of Defence in the UK. This contract was put in place so that Oxford Dynamics would help them design and supply these robots. At least that way, we won't have to risk human lives in certain situations, especially if we have these robots ready to go in the place of humans. As progressive as this may be, you'd find that directors such as Mike Lawton have been conceiving even bigger dreams when it comes to his company and the robots that they produce. If you let him and similar-minded people have their way in the company, he would go as far as building hundreds, if not thousands, of these Strider robots in the future, so that they can ensure that the world would become a safer place. With such a mission in mind, one is left to ask, what exactly can the Strider do that makes it so perfect for ensuring the safety of those who happen to be around in the future? Observers may get excited when they hear that the robot is considered to be quite versatile. For starters, it comes with a long, multi-jointed arm that can take readings, collect samples, and retrieve contaminated objects. For its mobility, it is able to make its way around thanks to these tank-like treads. As such, it can make its way around rough and unpredictable places. Considering how difficult it is for humans in a hazmat suit to make their way through some of these hostile environments, it may prove to be a godsend when these robots eventually take their places when it is time to perform such missions. As you can imagine, the company must have been super excited when it started working on Strider in November. With any luck, such enthusiasm would last until they complete the production of the robot in September of this year. With any luck, Strider may be just the thing that could make the difference in situations such as the one that occurred in the 2018 Novichok attack in Salisbury, in which the authorities had to overcome the difficult task of dealing with contaminated objects. With Strider on ground, this would no longer be a daunting task. To take things that much further, you'd find that Oxford Dynamics are doing what they can to integrate Strider with their AI software. This is known as AVIS. This stands for a Very Intelligent System. Just think about Jarvis from Iron Man. After all, that was the inspiration behind this technology. With this, the possibilities seem endless, and with any luck, we shall have some really exciting robots making their way in society in the near future.